चेयर लगा दूँगी, ये वो धनी तो जल्दी चेयर लगा दीजिए। दिख रही जल्दी ठीक, शुरू करें सर। नमस्कार, मैं स्वागत करता हूं श्री प्रहलाद जोशी जी का, यूनियन मिनिस्टर फॉर कोल एंड माइंस, श्री अनिल कुमार जैन जी, सेक्रेटरी कोल एंड माइंस एंड द जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी फ्रॉम द मिनिस्ट्री। जैसे आपको मालूम है, कमर्शियल कोल माइंस ऑक्शन के बारे में आज की ये ब्रीफिंग अरेंज करी गई है। तो मैं पहले इनवाइट करूंगा सेक्रेटरी साहब को कि वो वेलकम एड्रेस से स्टार्ट करें, फिर मंत्री जी से अनुरोध करेंगे।
Respected Minister, colleagues and media persons, a very warm welcome to all of you this afternoon. Today we have gathered that after a long wait of almost 6 months, when we started the process of reforming the coal sector, we have reached the finale. In fact, today the bidding for the last block is still going on since morning. So we had expected it to finish, but we have the latest progress to share with you. So today, the Minister will share the highlights of the bids. He'll share the outcomes. But before that, I will just like to clarify to all the media persons and the press that this bidding round has been different from the others because the commercial terms, they were very attractive, and they have rightly been hailed as a game changer. I'll very quickly highlight 5-6 features of the present bidding terms which make it stand out from the previous terms. You know, the bidding methodology was adopted in 2015 after the Supreme Court's verdict relating to cancellation of 204 mines in 2014. For the first time, the government introduced bidding, which has been happening since 2015 to 2019. So based on the experience gathered in that, some reforms were made and the law was amended, the bidding methodology was amended. What were the attractive features? Number one, prior to this, only those people could participate in the bidding round who had an end-use plant, barring public sector enterprises who could be given mines for commercial sale. All the other bidders needed to have their own captive mines. This time we call it commercial mining because you can, even if you are a captive user, you can take a mine, consume some of the coal, and you can sell some of the coal in the open market. So this has liberalized the entry and anybody could now get in. The second feature which must follow from what I just said, that if we are allowing anybody to get in, then the eligibility conditions must be liberal. So the liberal entry terms are, to get into the mining, you don't need any prior experience. You do not need to have any net worth of, you know, so many hundreds of thousands of crores. When you participate and take a mine, we will take a hefty performance bank guarantee to make sure that fly-by-night operators do not get in, and if they commit to taking the mine, sign an agreement, then consequences will follow if you trivially get out of it. And the third was that those mines which are not fully explored, we have given people 15 months to explore and come to a conclusion after 15 months whether they want to retain or they want to get out. So there has been ease of entry and ease of exit, which is always demanded by businessmen. Third feature has been that we have prescribed what will be the annual production from these mines. That has come from the mining plan. Every mine has certain geological reserves. Based on the geological reserves, the yearly production is scheduled. So we have insisted that you must produce a certain amount. They must produce at least 50% of what they have promised to produce. But if they're not able to produce up to 50%, then they will have to pay as if they had to fulfill that requirement. But over a 3-year period, they must meet 70% of the annual production requirement. So there is a binding, and it is liberal. Fourthly, if you produce earlier than, we have given time schedule that the production must come in so many years. If somebody brings the production earlier than that, then we have given rebate in the revenue share. So there is an incentive for early production so that coal is supplied, import dependence is reduced, and there's employment for people. Send some coal for gasification, which is a clean coal technology, then also we have given incentive. The last 2 points which I want to make, the upfront payment which any bidder had to give used to be very high. It used to be almost 1,000 crore to 1,200 crores if it was a large mine. So we brought it down. Now the capping is that you have to pay 0.25%, 0.25% of the extractable reserves, subject to a ceiling. For large mines, the ceiling is rupees 500 crores, and for smaller mines, the ceiling is rupees 200 crores. So this has made it possible in the present times when liquidity is low in the market. We have made it attractive for the bidders. And lastly, there are liberal provisions for delays and the penalties. You might know that in the contracts that we sign, we specify timelines for different activities to get land acquisition, to get environment clearance, to get forest clearance. So we want to make sure that people are serious, as I just said. And if they delay those timelines, then there are penalties. So this time, we have made it tight that overall timelines cannot be violated. But within the overall timeline for specified subsector activities, if they delay in one activity, but they make up through the another activity and keep themselves within the overall, then no penalties will follow. So friends, these were the liberal terms which has led to the huge response that we have got. And with that, I will close my remarks. The Minister will share the outcome of the bidding terms with you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I invite the Honorable Minister for his remarks.
Friends, Secretary Coal has explained the terms and conditions, and also previously what were the terms and conditions, and now what reforms we have brought in, that is broadly explained to you. I would like to highlight few things about this first tranche of the totally commercial mining of the coal. As we all know, हम सब जानते हैं कि we are the largest, one of the largest coal reserves in the world, and also we are the largest importer also of the world. तो थोड़ा विचित्र भी लगता था क्योंकि इतना कोल भी है और इतना import भी करते हैं. Keeping that in mind, I have repeated on this point on many occasions. I don't want to elaborate on that. Keeping that in mind, प्रधानमंत्री जी ने इसमें बहुत बड़ा रिफॉर्म करने के लिए हम सब लोगों को एक डायरेक्शन दिया था. And while launching of the commercial coal mine, Honorable Prime Minister had said, commercial coal mining will unlock the resources of the nation. So this is his statement on that day. And today I can say we have crossed an important milestone today. Today was the last day, and now also bid is going on. I think it has cost 57%, which is the highest. It has come in the last, but it is the highest now. The first ever attempt of the auction of the commercial mining, this is the first tranche. Before to this, as quoted by already Secretary, there were end-use restrictions, so many restrictions. All those restrictions are withdrawn, and there was a change, and also there was a change in the attitude of the ministry also. because previously there were so many other things. Now it is made very, very clear. And result of these auctions have been historic and clearly prove that opening of the coal sector was a step in the right direction and it contributes to the growth of many sectors, because as we know, coal is not just it is the coal sector, it can add to the many sector, including power, steel, and many things. I don't want to go into that detail. The 11th tranche of auction of under CMSP Act and the first tranche under the MMDR Act. अभी तक जो कुछ भी होता, it was under the CMSP Act, means previously which were allotted, only those were auctioned. In this tranche, few from the CMSP Act and few from the MMDR Act, means the new mines are also included in this. The auction process of the commercial mining was launched on 18th June 2020. Honorable Prime Minister had launched this virtually. At that time, there were around 41 mines were included, and these mines were mainly in Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Odisha, Maharashtra, and Madhya Pradesh. Throughout the process and before to that also, before actual launching and even during the time of launch, we were in consultation with the state government, keeping the cooperative federalism in mind. And as we all know, Chhattisgarh requested to replace the 5 mines, 5 coal blocks, and we did that, and instead they gave additional 3 blocks that all also added. That was on the request of Honorable Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh. And Maharashtra raised one issue that is withdrawn now. And totally now 38 mines were put on auction. 25th September was the last date for the purchase of the tender documents, and 29th September was the due date for a bid. The total 76 bids were received for 23 mines, wherein 19 mines had received 2 or more bids and were found eligible for opening of technical bids. This is a very good response according to me. Technical bids were opened on 30th September 2020, and by October 16th, the examination of technical bids were successfully concluded. Between 2nd November to 9th November, that is today, financial bidding was concluding and now also going on, of course. And today, I think another few minutes it is going to be concluded. In the auction, we have successfully auctioned 19 mines, which is highest number of successfully auctioned mines in any tranche in the coal mine auction. After 2015, there were around 10 tranche of auctions, and out of that, this is the highest one. Out of 19 mines, 11 are open cast, 5 are underground, remaining 3 are mixed, that is underground and open cast. Out of 38 mines put on auction, 19 mines were successfully auctioned. The success of the auction is around 50%. If you look back, previously in 10 tranches, 116 mines were put for the auction. Out of these, only 30 and keeping a even there were 2-3 consultation at my level also, and secretary and our joint secretary with nomination authority, they were interacting before actually launching the commercial coal mine auction. And after taking all the feedback, all these terms and condition reforms were brought in. And even during COVID period also, this success rate, according to me, it is one of the best. Highest premium of so far, it was 55% has been received in Chhattisgarh, and today it has already crossed in Jharkhand, I think. Chhattisgarh only, it is 58%. 59% it has gone. शायद ये खत्म होते होते press conference, I think it will reach 60-62%. With the combined peak rated capacity of 50 mine, this is around 51 million ton per annum, the total peak rated capacity of all these mines. And it is expected that these 19 mines will generate total revenue of approximately around 7,000 crores, nearly about 7,000 crores. About 1,048 crores will be the upfront amount, means immediately what they paid to the state government as the upfront amount. Of course, it will be adjusted in the premium subsequently, but that is around 1,048 crores. And this all depends. I appeal to the state government, all the state governments, that you kindly proactively, if you can cooperate with the bidders and whatever needed to be supported them, if that is done. As far as coal ministry is concerned, we have appointed a specific PMU, project consultant, in our ministry itself to handhold and support to get all clearances and to get it operationalized at the earliest. And as already explained by Secretary, whoever starts the operation early, he has got incentive also. In spite of that, we are handholding and we are trying to support them. That's why I appeal to state governments once again, various state government, cooperate with the bidders, support them. Ultimately, this is the another 20-30 years, this coal we will be able to use it. After that, I don't know what pressure there may be, and we can't anticipate that. And this is the time that there is a huge opportunity for growth, and for growth we know the power, not political power, the electric power is very, very important. And while launching the auctions, it was broadly expected the investor related to mining, power and clean coal sector would explore the opportunities. But it is interesting to note that participants in bidding process also include players from several other sectors like real estate, infrastructure, pharma, etc. It proves that opening up of the sector has generated interest from the other sectors as well. As testimony to positive sentiment shared by the industry, we have decided to remove end user criteria from the bidding process. Almost 65% bidders were from non-end users category. The intention of withdrawing this end user restriction was that new player also should come, and at least in the beginning, this is proved to be right, and 65% are new bidders. And you know, now there are so many MDOs are available. They can, normally they can appoint MDOs and they can dig out the coal. 42 companies had participated in the auction. Out of 40 were private players. This figure is significant in view of the first attempt for such auction, and I am happy to say that 2 PSUs also participated, and APMDC, Andhra Pradesh Mineral Development Corporation, had also participated, and they have won the bid with around 41.75% of the bidding against the 5 private companies. This is the most welcome step, and I really congratulate APMDC also. We have seen how positive sentiments of the states have helped. Madhya Pradesh had the most number of the blocks to offer, accounting almost around 29% of the total blocks, and it has witnessed almost 73% success. I hope you are catching, and even people from the various states where these mines are located, they may be also watching. The state which has proactively cooperated, they have got better response in this. 73% is the where Madhya Pradesh has got the success rate. As we all know, Jharkhand, Honorable Chief Minister, I had met him also, and also before to that he had written me a letter expressing his apprehension about the revenue in this COVID situation, but I can happily share, and I would like to personally convey him after this meeting over telephone. Jharkhand is the highest revenue earner by this coal auction. Around 2,690 crores per annum Jharkhand is going to get. As of now, and it may be little here or there, figure may change. This revenue does not include the indirect benefit like employment and many other things, like purchase of machineries, all such things. Direct employment is also quite huge, and only direct revenue is for the only state of Chhattisgarh is around 2,690. We are all well on our way to achieving the Prime Minister's what he said on the day of launching of commercial mining. May be the matter of coal, but we have a dream to achieve diamond through this auction process. I am confident that commercial coal mining of coal will help the India to become Atmanirbhar Bharat. And I would just like to share one or two statistics. State-wise number of coal mines, Madhya Pradesh, it was 11, and 8 were successfully auctioned. Jharkhand, it was 9, 5 were successfully auctioned. Odisha, it was 9, but 2 were successfully auctioned. I would also like to mention here, Odisha, all the coal blocks are quite huge. So we will definitely think how to go ahead with the bigger blocks with the stakeholders consultation. Chhattisgarh, it was 7, 2 have been successfully auctioned. Maharashtra, it was 2 and 2 were auctioned. State-wise success rate is Madhya Pradesh, it is 73%, Jharkhand 55%, Odisha 22%, Chhattisgarh, it is 28.57%, Maharashtra, it is 100%. Average premium with in bidding, Madhya Pradesh 21.81% average bidding, means premium I am talking. Jharkhand, it is 22.25%, sorry, 25.25%. Odisha, it is 18.8%. Chhattisgarh, it is 40%. Maharashtra, it is 30.75%. State-wise annual revenue, also I would like to quote. Madhya Pradesh, it is 1,724 crores. Jharkhand, as I already quoted, 2,690. Odisha, 1,059. Chhattisgarh, 842. Maharashtra, 321 crores. So these are the important figures. Employment generation, Madhya Pradesh, it is expected to be around 14,669. Jharkhand, around 27,300 10 people. Odisha 14,872. Chhattisgarh 9,734. Maharashtra 2,434. These many people can get the employment once if it is operationalized. I once again appeal to the all state governments, except coking coal, which is inevitable to an extent, remaining all import of the coal should be stopped within coming years. With this effort, we are doing it, and ultimately all the revenue, we have done all these exercises, but entire revenue goes to the state. I appeal to the state government, कितना जल्दी आप ऑपरेशनलाइज करेंगे उतना आपको रेवेन्यू जल्दी मिलेगा, और नेक्स्ट ट्रांच भी लाने के लिए हमको आप प्रेरणा देंगे. You will inspire us if you do this kind of activity, and if it is process is further progressed, then coal ministry under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, we are ready to take the second tranche also. And for 3 mines there is only single bid. That also there is a provision in the cabinet decision. Whatever the discovered price is there for the single bid, keeping that as the base price, immediately we are going for the re-auction of those mines. And even in the second effort, if there is a single bidder also, that will be allocated. At that time, I think, I am hopeful that there will be bidders, and at that time, our total PRC, which now total 50% success, may reach around 60-65%. With these words, friends, I am thankful to your cooperation also, and the very beginning itself, you have, whatever we had told, it was quite widely published, and I am thankful. That is why the response was also good. I am really thankful to all my media friends also. Dhanyavad ji.
Thank you very much, sir. Friends, now the floor is open for questions. You can, 31.
Sir, I'm from the Hindu business line. My name is Dvesh Mishra. Sir, regarding the mines which have got the highest bid, can we consider that as the final, or is there another round of consultation after which these mines will be awarded to the?
No, that is final. There is no doubt about it. It is final. We want to, why there should be once again, there is no such chance. That is final.
Sir, there is an online question. Can global focus on climate change be a hurdle to India's plans to boost growth of the coal sector and cut coal imports?
कोल इंपोर्ट के बारे में तो मैंने ऑलरेडी कहा हूँ. As far as environment is concerned, we are equally concerned, and already 400 gigawatt of renewable energy के बारे में भी माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने, he has taken the step. And second point, even while using the coal as a primary thing for the power in energy sector, we are taking lot of measures, including planting of the trees in crores together, and also coal gasification. We have given more incentive in this, coal liquefaction, where there will be less pollution. All such things we have taken care, and we are equally concerned about the environment also.
Sir, there is another question online about bringing coal prices down by ensuring independence of coal companies. Coal India subsidiaries will be allowed to fix prices by themselves. What is the ministry's plan?
No, Coal India and Coal India subsidiaries already they are doing their job, and Coal Ministry is not at all intervening. If I am right, they are only fixing their prices, and it is competitive.
Okay. 36.
Good afternoon, Shreya this side from Business Standard. So you mentioned some very interesting numbers regarding employment. Can you elaborate on that? Specifically, what kind of employment is this creating? What kind of employment ecosystem is this creating? And what is the basis of this calculation, the numbers?
Whatever the geological reserves we have, and to dig out that coal which is under the, I mean, भूगर्भ में जो कुछ भी है वो बाहर निकालने के लिए अभी जो हमारा एक्सपीरियंस है, कोल इंडिया कर रहे हैं और दूसरे लोग भी कर रहे हैं, प्राइवेट वाले भी थोड़ी मात्रा में कर रहे हैं, उन लोगों को टू एक्सट्रैक्ट 1 million ton of coal, what is the manpower needed? That is a general calculation. And for industry, there is a calculation for that. For all the things there will be, for एक flight चलाने के लिए कितना लोग चाहिए, ये तो एक हिसाब रहता है ना, वो हिसाब से हमने किया है. आई एम नॉट टेलिंग 14,000, 15,000 में एग्जैक्टली 14, इसमें ज़्यादा भी हो सकता है और कम भी हो सकता है, थोड़ा, but marginally.
Sir, you have covered this question in your briefing, but I'll still repeat this question. How many mines attracted no bids? Where are these mines located? And will you consider putting them on the block in future?
No, as it is, I have told 19, we have successfully auctioned, 3 there were only 1 bidders. So 19 plus 2, 22. And these 3 will be, once again, immediately we are putting it for the auction, taking that the price which is discovered as the base price. And next tranche will be decided at we will decide.
Last question, 46.
Sir, the Supreme Court has said that whatever auction has been done for the mines located in Jharkhand will be kept as provisional status. So what will be the plan of the government considering if there is an adverse order?
Whatever the Supreme Court has said, that is a directive, direction to all of us, and naturally it will be followed. No, there is no, what Supreme Court has said, Honorable, our Secretary will read out, and there should not be any confusion on that.
I read verbatim, list these matters on 8th December 2020. In the meantime, any action in the matter that may be taken by the defendants shall be subject to the orders of this court. The defendant shall take care to inform any recipient of any benefit of any nature that the action is provisional in the sense that it will be subject to the orders that may be passed by this court.
Sir, one more question is from the last question, 44.
सर प्रकाश हूँ CNBC आवाज़ से. मिनरल ब्लॉक ऑक्शन की प्रक्रिया कब से शुरू होगी? क्या उसमें देरी होगी?
नहीं, मिनरल ब्लॉक प्रक्रिया तो ये ऑनगोइंग प्रोसेस है, लेकिन इसमें कुछ रिफॉर्म्स लाके इन ए बिग नंबर, थोड़ा बड़े नंबर में वी वांट टू गो फॉर द ऑक्शन एंड वी कैन ब्रिंग द चेंजेस, बट ऑक्शनिंग इज इन द हैंड्स ऑफ द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट. वी आर अपीलिंग, we are coordinating, and we are in consultation with the various state governments to go for the auction, and various reforms also very shortly we are going to bring.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, friends. Thank you.
Thank you जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप लोगों को.